Welcome to the Bullring. I'm Jim Tretow. Our show again is presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering. This is the logo to look for on their website, turn1steering.com, where a bunch of components can make your car turn better, whether it be a street car, a Corvette, or your race car. They've been involved in NASCAR at every level for over 40 years. Let their technology work for you when it comes to steering components of the highest quality. Turn1steering.com. On today's show, we have an Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour rising star. He's currently second in the points with a victory already this year. We're checking with Carson Brown, an ASA Platinum driver for Anthony Campy Racing. We also have Bobby Santos on the program. Bobby won the most recent must-see racing event at Owasso Speedway. Weighing sprint cars at pavement, I can tell you firsthand, there's nothing quite like seeing the speed and the sounds of those race cars. We'll catch in with Bobby and check out the highlights as well from his most recent win at Owasso Speedway in Michigan. And we'll be talking to the most recent winner of the ASA Midwest Tour, Casey Johnson, who got it done at Hawkeye Down Speedway. He's a former series champion. He's back to his winning ways. Before we talk to Casey, let's check out how he got it done at Hawkeye Down Speedway in the Miller 100 in Cedar Rapids, Iowa last Saturday night.
It's been 100 years here at Hawkeye Downs. Let's go green for the Miller 100.
Justin Mondyke gets a good run off the outside of the front row. He will lead him up the back straightaway. Inching.
Oh, there's those fireworks.
There's the fireworks.
Never really had a caution for the final 80-some laps in that one last year. So, Haber just getting in there a little hot. Run over Valento and then did a good job locking it up to not create more damage between the two machines.
I thought for a moment we were going to have 3 wide.
Well, we thought about 4 wide there for a second. They were trying to pack them all in there in turn 1. Fredrickson inside of Mondyke. They touch.
Mondyke led, I should say.
Back out of it, Mark. Oh, boy. It got tight. They made contact. Levon slides. Saved it. Good save by Vandergeest. Wow. And now he'll take the lead away. Can Mondyke cross him over? 46 laps into this one, and we got a new leader. And he'll be picky about when he gets underneath him. We talked about the bump over here in 4. It disrupts him a little bit, draws even to the door. Can Levon get that run?
He's going to try to pin him down on the bottom exit A2. Couldn't do it there. Casey Johnson, your new race leader. Gabe will get by Levon Vandergeest.
Now Levon just going to contend and be happy with getting a podium here. See if Gabe can get up there and mess with Casey.
Casey gets down into corner number 3, though. So good.
Caution.
Caution.
Just got to do what he did last time. Green is out with 5 to go.
Casey did what he did last time. Got a great jump. Launched off of corner number 4.
Oh, but he missed it into 1 again. Opens the door for Gabe.
In his first time ever to Hawkeye Down Speedway as a driver, the 3-time champ, Casey Johnson, will take the win.
Wow. Let's go down there with Eric Kienefeld for your winner.
We can hear you. How about it for Casey Johnson? Casey Johnson to the victory lane. Checkered flag in hand. Man, congratulations. Nothing to it. First time here. Nothing to it, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, nothing to it. I don't know about that. My guys absolutely busted their butts today. I don't know if we've ever scrambled quite that hard at a racetrack in a while. Coming to a new track, trying to learn some things. It was actually a blessing getting passed by that 15 car early. He showed me the line I needed to run, and then I used that. But man, like I said, I just can't thank my guys enough, my sponsors enough. We just had a rocket under us today.
We now have the most recent winner in the ASA Midwest Tour, Casey Johnson, joining us. And Casey, welcome back to the Bullring. And man, you're on a roll. 2 wins already this year in the ASA Midwest Tour. This one coming at Hawkeye Down Speedway, track you'd never been to before.
Yeah, things are rolling really good. I mean, we were going down to Hawkeye with expectations of probably like a top 5, something like that, without ever being there. But yeah, things went a little better than anticipated.
So when it comes to this schedule, a little birdie told me that you may not have had the decision to say, I want to run for points this year with the ASA Midwest Tour. But I'm guessing you got a pretty good position right now, leading the points. Is you now committing to the full schedule, continuing throughout like Oktoberfest that we'll get to see on Track TV?
Yeah, I mean, so we had zero intentions of actually running for points this year. We had a really busy schedule of some of the people we were working with and all the extra stuff we were doing, but things just started out so well that, I mean, if you're leading them, you got to keep going, right? You know, that's kind of the mindset. So that's what we're doing.
You've won multiple championships in the ASA Midwest Tour. We've also seen you race in a lot of big premier races across the country, Snowball Derby included, racing with ASA stars as well. When it comes to racing, even for example at Hawkeye Downs, you haven't been to that racetrack. What do you do to prepare? Are you an iRacing guy? Are you a sim guy? Are you a guy that calls the shot guy? I mean, how do you roll into a track you've never been to before, even with this many years of racing behind you?
Yeah, I mean, so with that, we just rolled in. So I knew it was relatively similar to lacrosse, and we have a pretty good package for up there. So we put that in. I tried to get out on track right away, log a lot of laps. I did a long run in the first practice session, just to see which way the car would fade towards, and what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. And me and the guys, we thrashed on it. I mean, it's like lacrosse, but we had to change a lot of things in the car to get it to tick there. So, I mean, we changed 2 shocks and a spring before the feature, you know. So we were making wholesale changes, and we hit her pretty good. And then mid-race there, you know, I got behind Gabe Summers. He actually passed me early, and he was running a little bit different line than I was. So once I tried his line, it actually made my car better, and I was able to use that to my advantage as well. So you just got to
Now
use...
you're thinking, yeah.
I was just saying, you got to pick up little things here and there and try to put the whole puzzle together, you know.
And Gabe's won the last 2 times on Hawkeye Downs, and I think he'll be a driver you're racing for the championship this year. The Midwest Tour rolls on. I'm telling you, there's a lot of cool races coming up, including the Highway Little Classic coming up on a Friday night here in July. Catch that on Track TV as well. When it comes to big races, do you get more amped for those? Or like when you won the Highway Little Classic last year, the year before, it seemed like a big emotional win for you. Those special moments, it's got to be kind of cool knowing that you're winning your fair share now again.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had to take a little time off. You know, I had a head injury or whatnot, so took a little time off. You know, we got a little behind with our Super Late program, but now that we're racing a lot more, everything's starting to click again, and I'm clicking in the car. I mean, our setups are getting right where they need to be, and then going to these big races and being able to compete for wins, it just makes me super excited to just go to the racetrack in general. I feel like now we're back to where we were, where we dropped that gate on the trailer and we're in position to win. You know, our team's we're just rolling again, and it's a fun time to be back in it.
Peel off that 5-star body and talk about that chassis. It's a car you actually have directly hand built or had a hand on. Dave Reed and the Reed chassis is something you've actually helped develop, and I'm guessing that his phone's ringing because of all the success you've been having.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Dave, he's been a huge contributor to our success lately. You know, he builds the chassis, and then like if there's little things here and there that I want done, he does them for me, and then you know, I build the interior. Me and my dad assemble the whole thing, and you know, we put it together ourselves. But yeah, Dave, he builds a heck of a race car for us, and then like I say, the fun part for me has always been working on them with my dad in the shop and building them from scratch.
So when you were spending time away from driving, you decided to work with Bear Polimas out of Texas, finished 5th in points in the ASA Midwest Tour, ran some races with Grant Thompson, came up and ran the Tundra Series in Wisconsin. You've also had a chance to work with several other drivers and several other team owners in the midst of all this. Now you're still doing that. You're taking on the role of Jaden Johnson's mentor. No relation, but Jaden has raced Legends cars across Florida, Arizona, and he told me just yesterday, he said, you know what, I walked into Casey's shop and I said, we're running Bandoleros against your daughter, Casey. Is there any way if I get a late model you can help me? And he said he had a car, rolled it in your shop, and you've been working with him, and wouldn't you know, he's leading the points at Slinger Super Speedway in late models in his first try.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy how all that went together. Yeah, I mean, for pretty much just like you said. So my daughter, we blew the motor in her car, and you know, they're huge into Bandolero and legend racing. So I just called his dad up. I'm like, hey, you got a motor I can buy from you? And he, no questions asked, come over and pick one up. He didn't even tell me how much it cost, you know? So went over there, grabbed it, and then, yeah, we just got the conversation rolling on working on his stuff. And, yeah, we went all through his car, ripped it down to nothing through the winter, put it back together. We went out to Slinger testing. The very first day testing, he's running right around track record times. I'm like, I mean, I looked at the stopwatch like 10 times. I'm like, man, I wonder if this new tire's that fast. What's going on here? Like I don't know if the kid's just hauling the mail or, you know, if the tire's quick or what's going on. But he has been consistently fast all year and just getting better. Like he's getting more comfortable in the car. His racecraft's improving. It's fun to watch him grow in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I had a first-hand look recently of his run through from 12th. They inverted 12 from qualifying. He qualified fastest in a 24-car field. He ended up running up to third. Leaders were kind of doing their thing, and he kind of had his way through. But you mentioned racecraft. There's a lot of difference, isn't there, between putting down a lap or 10 fast laps by yourself and racing?
Oh, 1,000%. And Jaden's one of those guys that's very teachable. Like right away, I mean, don't get me wrong, we've gone through like 4 bumpers already this year, but it's getting better every time. You know what I mean? So when I tell him to be patient, he backs up. If I tell him to back up a corner, he does it. Like he's a very coachable driver, and he's very young. So I think that'll be kind of a deadly combination as his career goes on.
How does that help you knowing you've got a fearless young teenager that's going to be trying things as you kind of coach him through it? He's still the driver, but I mean, in that mindset, is it helping you at all saying, I'm trying to make these changes. I'm thinking this might work. And if it works for him, it might work for me.
Yeah, it helps a bunch. I mean, we've had limited lates for, I'm going to call myself old here, but like 15 years now, we've been working on these Pathfinder limited lates. And, I've ran the same stuff over and over and over again because I just don't have time to test. So now with Jaden, we're able to try a few new things here and there just to see if it works and if it doesn't work. But currently the package we got in his slinger car, I'm not touching a bolt on that because that thing seems to be moving pretty good.
Yeah, he's going to set in. He told me he's going to settle in at Slinger, but the Big 8 Series is a series he won a championship in and runs the limited late model setup and that kind of thing. How many other drivers have you said yes to when it comes to getting ready as you prepare for a full-time job, full-time dad, and full-time in the ASA Midwest Tour, and now working in their shops or your shop on different race cars? How many you got playing with you this year?
So pretty much, I mean, this winter we hung 9 bodies for 9 different customers. We did all that stuff. And then, we did some suspension stuff on a few other cars. But my 2 main full-time guys are Grant Griesbach and Jaden Johnson. Grant runs full-time at Slinger and full-time at WIR. And between those 2 and my full-time race schedule, that's pretty much enough to keep us busy. There's definitely still people calling, and we try to fit them in here and there. But as far as full-time guys, like we see those cars weekly. So.
And Grant is leading the points at WIR, Wisconsin International Raceway, and leading the points in super lates at Slinger Super Speedway. Jaden's leading the points at Slinger in a late model. I'd say it's going pretty good for you.
Yeah, the boys are doing a great job. They're making me look good, that's for sure.
How often do you get a chance to go with them when it's not your turn to drive or your turn to head to a softball game?
So I'm with Jaden every race.
Okay.
So every time we go racing at Slinger on Sundays, I'm with him. Grant, he calls me pretty much after every practice session he runs, and then like on the bigger races, if I'm not racing, then I'll go crew chief for him.
Quite a busy schedule. I mentioned softball. What are your 3 beautiful blonde-haired girls doing this summer?
Just like you said, a lot of softball. So we had a doubleheader last night, and then my daughter Macy, she's got a game tonight, a rain makeup game. So we'll be heading there shortly.
Casey, what's your schedule like between now and that race coming up on a Friday night, July 25th, I believe it is, at Madison International Speedway, the Highway Level Classic?
So this Thursday we'll be running up at WIR for the white race with the Chase Motorsports 47 car. And then Saturday, there is a barnyard to brickyard Rich Bickle race at Jefferson Speedway. We're going to go run that with our super late. And then, like you say, on Friday, we'll be heading back out with the Midwest Tour at Madison.
Bickle's signing autographs there, but you're also having a race against Ty Majeski, Jesse Bernhagen, a bunch of guys that have a ton of laps at Jefferson Speedway. One of your playgrounds, I should call it, because you won a ton of races there, a cool little racetrack. It's going to be kind of fun, right? It's just a super late show. Let's go after it. It's not a points race. It's just see who's got the better stuff, right?
Yeah, see who's got the better stuff and see who can take home the money. I mean, they're throwing a pretty good check at us, so we're going to go out there, and we're on a different tire than we've been running anywhere around here, too. We're on American Racer tires, so that'll be interesting enough. The only thing that would make it any cooler is if we could get Rich Bickle on a super late out there.
He's been itching. He said he's building one. Just ain't ready yet. I'm just telling you, I talked to Rich about it. He's excited to see how good you guys are, and I'm sure he wants to be out there once again as he's raced full-time through the 2021 season in the Midwest Tour, actually, so you got a chance to race with him a bunch, too. So it's kind of cool that tradition continues. Hey, you're not that old, man. You're only 34 years old or something like that, but you've been at the top of this game around the upper Midwest for a long time, and great to see you back in Victory Lane on Saturday night at Hawkeye Downs.
Yeah, no, it was great to be back. And, yeah, like, you look around in them Victory Lane pictures with the top 3, and I'm starting to be the old guy, even though I'm only 34. The drivers just get younger and younger these days.
Well, you're part of that trend, getting them fast. Pretty soon when they pass, you're like, wait a minute, kid. I taught you too much, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you. Congrats again on the win at Hawkeye Downs. Enjoy the softball doubleheader tomorrow night and have some fun with your family. We'll see you Friday night on Track TV on Friday night, July 25th at Madison International Speedway for the Highway Level Classic.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for having me.
Casey, thanks again. And Casey and the rest of the ASA Midwest Tour stars are racing on Friday night, July 25th at Madison International Speedway in the Howie Level Classic. And I'll be there to help call the action on Tuesday night, August 5th at Wisconsin International Raceway. It's a 250-lap race, paying $15,000 to win. It's a big deal. It's all going to be here on Track TV. The Bullring is presented by Turn 1 High Performance Power Steering Products. With over 40 years of racing knowledge in NASCAR, for your Corvette, street car, or super late model, check out their superior steering products with the best components and the best industry upgrades, all with a proven track record and attention to detail. Visit turn1steering.com.
We're the leader in race fuels. We've been doing this since in the 60s.
We use our distillation tower, which is unique. No other race fuel companies do that in the world. We also test every single batch that goes out the door on over 15 different parameters that ensure the tune-up will be identical.
That consistency in the marketplace that makes us a premium brand.
Make the same stuff every time. We're pretty darn close to perfect.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering. NASCAR Cup Series drivers are part of the action when the ASA Stars National Tour heads to Anderson Speedway in Indiana. The 59th running of the CB Fabricating Redbud 400 includes Carson Hocevar in the field, racing for his second Redbud victory in 5 years, and the Grand Marshal is the Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain. We hope to see you there in person. If you can't make it, it's all live on Track TV. Now here's a look at how Bobby Santos got it done recently at Owasso Speedway, Michigan in the must-see racing series on Racing America.
Into turn number one, Willison on the outside, but it's Bobby Santos that's going to have the advantage as they work off of turn number two. Santos leads as they head down into corner number four. Bobby Santos will lead lap one. Here comes Cody Swanson up the outside, looking on Colton Bettis. Bettis slams the door on him for third place. That's on lap number 6. Here comes Swanson to the outside again. Bettis says absolutely not. Oh, big sparks bottoming out. It is Cody Swanson looking up the outside on Bettis. Swanson to the outside, looking for third in turn number one. Bettis on the inside. Swanson up top. Cody Swanson side by side down the back straightaway. Swanson to third. Swanson looking for second on Aaron Willison. All this 2.7 seconds behind Bobby Santos, who has reached traffic on lap number 9. That's the 86 of J.J. Dutton. Here comes Swanson to the outside of Aaron Willison. Swanson to second at the start-finish line by a couple thousandths of a second. Cody Swanson up into the number 2 spot, but he's got 2 3/4 seconds if he wants to make it up and catch Bobby Santos. Swanson is stalking. And still the battle for third will not quit in traffic. Colton Bettis all over Aaron Willison for third. Bettis to the inside in turn number 3. Oh, spin, turn 4. Caution flag waves. First yellow with 24 laps in the books and 16 to go. Swanson to the outside. Can Santos block him again? No! All the way side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Cody Swanson Swanson. Bobby Santos wheel to wheel for the lead and the win. At the line, a dead heat. Santos by 1/100th of a second. 5 to go. Santos held him off, but they're getting into traffic now. It may not be over. 4 to go. Traffic could be your best friend or your worst nightmare here. Where do you go? They're 3 wide. Oh my goodness, what a move by Santos. If Cody Swanson has anything left, he's got to show it now. Santos looking to go back-to-back Berlin and here at Owasso. White flag in the air one more time around. 0.2 of a second. Cody doesn't have anything through 1 and 2. It's going to be a last-ditch send into 3 and 4. How deep do you drive it? Swanson! Not going to get there. Bobby Santos wins here at Owasso.
And Bobby Santos joins us now after that big win at Owasso Speedway in Michigan. Must-see racing. You can see it on Racing America. I've seen Bobby win a bunch of races. Matter of fact, I recall back when his mom asked me for photos when he won the 40-lap midget race at Milwaukee Mile back in 2006. It's been a long time, Bobby. If you win in races, congrats on winning another one in must-see racing.
Yeah, thank you. That was a pretty exciting race that we had, and felt good to bring home the win that night.
Lots of victories, but that one specifically had a couple of things that I think are constants in the last 15 years that I've seen you race professionally. Cody Swanson and tight racing, wing or non-wing racing. It's got to be a lot of fun racing against some of the best all-time racers in your generation and even to today. I mean, this is really cool to see how you guys play it out and win a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be tough racing against Cody. I mean, he's obviously one of the best in everything he does. He works really hard at it. So to get a win, versus him in that situation felt good. But, he's excellent at what he does. So to win, a tough must-see race against anybody feels good.
You've raced for quite a while now. I don't know how long it's been. You tell me. You lived in Massachusetts, but I don't know when you moved to Indiana. And how long ago was that? And how long have you been racing professionally as your only job, Bobby?
God, time flies. I feel like people ask me this question, and I'm like, 4 or 5 years. And then Christy reminds me that I've been in Indy for about 15 years. So, I guess 2009, I think I moved to Indiana and been racing out here since. And I've been working for Dick and DJ Racing now for 10 years. And really that's when I would not necessarily say my racing took off, but Dick has really made it so that I could, work a real job on his race cars and drive race cars. But yeah, I've been working for Dick now for 10 years with the Silver Crown wing sprint car, non-wing sprint car program.
That is amazing. That 10-year relationship, there aren't many like that. I mean, you obviously want to race for a living, but to have that special relationship, winning a little 500, winning a bunch of races with the wing and not the wing, I mean, it's kind of cool that you get that opportunity. And I know success is part of what you do it for, but to have that longevity, that's kind of unheard of these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and obviously a lot of it starts with success and doing well together and having a good relationship and being fair and honest with each other. And I mean, Dick has been the best car owner I've ever had, best person I've ever worked for. He gives me all the resources, all the tools to be successful. I think we just have good mutual respect and enjoy working together. He's actually in the shop every day with me right now. He comes in every morning and, he'll hang out at his computer and work on his computer and then, have conversation all day long while we're at the shop and travel and race together. But been very lucky to work for Dick and drive for Dick. It's I can't say enough about how good he has been to me and my family. He lets my kids and my wife come along to all the races. They travel with us and they're part of the team. My parents are part of the team. It's been great the last 10 years and hopefully we can keep it going.
I got to tell you, when I've had a chance to call some 500 Sprint Car Tour races or the Little 500, I get the biggest kick out of seeing your boys on that moving blanket behind your pit at IRP or wherever it may be, and they've got, I think, like 3 coffee cans or 3 big tubs full of Matchbox cars, and they are just having a ball. Their cousins come over, other kids come by. It's kind of cool you get to do that. I just walk by and just start giggling. It's got to be neat knowing that they're where you want to be and they want to be with you.
Yeah, no, they love it. I mean, they love the racing. They love going, being involved in it. I don't know how the energy they have is unbelievable. I mean, we torture them. I mean, they're up, early in the morning for long road trips, or like even, race trips like Owasso. We're up early in the morning to drive to the racetrack. We're at the racetrack all day on 90-degree heat, and they're racing. They're running their own race in the pit area on the ground, and then they're in the truck on the way home. A lot of credit to my wife, Christy, getting them to, drag them along, and they enjoy it. And she works hard, for the kids and some of the t-shirt stuff and the stuff she does.
And I'm really glad to know that your brother-in-law, Billy Weiss, you guys got a chance to race full-time the last 3 years in the 500 Sprint Car Tour. His kids play with your kids, their cousins. It's got to be kind of cool that every now and then your kids might be somewhere else for half an hour, but they're in good hands, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the racing community in general, everybody's really good at the racetrack. Obviously, Billy's kids at the racetrack, and the kids actually, Cody's kids, have become really good friends. Trevor and Adam, Cody's 2 boys, and my 2 boys play with them, and it's kind of neat to watch them play together and enjoy each other. And the jokes back and forth. The kids are wearing. I think we had Adam in one of my shirts, and then recently they had Jackson, my son, in one of Cody's shirts. So it's all fun. Racing's definitely a big family.
And Bob, you're the next generation racer, so they're the ones to follow. What was it like for you growing up, or your dad growing up? Was it kind of that way too in the pits? Maybe not to the degree of wearing shirts of race car drivers, but hanging out as kids, growing up together.
Yeah, I mean, me and my sister, we definitely, and my 3 sisters, we all grew up at the racetrack, at the quarter midget track. My dad kind of, he gave up on his career early for me and my sister to race. So I really didn't grow up going to my dad's races a lot because he, when we were younger, he really couldn't afford to do it. Then by the time he got to the point where he could afford to do it, he kind of quit for me and my sister to race. So. But grew up in a racing family, and my parents still to this day are involved in my racing, still support my racing, and try to help as much as they can, come to the track. And, my mom helps me with the fuel mileage and the fueling and lap times and stuff like that. She's probably one of the best in the stopwatches, which is really cool. She's still good at that. That's probably a trade that not too many people have nowadays with race monitor and everything, but my mom's on top of that, and my dad obviously is really good help with car setup and tires and stuff like that.
And you have a lot of knowledge that has gained over time, how to change, how to predict. A lot of these one-day shows, you're in, like in Nashville a couple of years ago, it was like 99 degrees, and we raced at night there in a 500 Sprint Car Tour race. There had to be a ton of changes. You all have to calculate, okay, I got 30 minutes. I qualify and I race in 2 hours. I mean, that's innate to you, but that takes a lot of knowledge. How many notes do you have and how many different setups do you take with you, kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's never ending. Racing, I feel like you always come across something that you never dealt with before. But on the flip side, years of knowledge and notebooks and just past experiences on stuff happening, you learn from it and you hope to adjust and not repeat mistakes. I mean, I feel like we definitely repeat mistakes more than we should. I think everybody in racing does, but I think the whole trick to being successful is limiting the mistakes.
I'm glad you mentioned success. You're on a roll now. 3 race wins here in sprint cars in a row, heading into that must-see win, that third big one. What was the month of July been like? And what's it going to be? Well, maybe that's part 2 of the question. What's it been like in July and winning 3 big races already?
Yeah, I mean, it's been absolutely crazy. The last 2 months, honestly, has been crazy, racing every weekend. But that's why we do it. That's what we prepare for and enjoy. But yeah, we've been lucky enough to get a couple wins. But we're coming up on some more busy stretch. We're going to Berlin this weekend with the non-wing sprint car. Then we got a Silver Crown midweek race next week, and got I think we got another Berlin must-see wing race coming up. So we just got a lot of back-to-back races. Obviously, got some big races that we were looking forward to at the end of the year, like the Open Wheel Showdown, something that we circle every year. Just trying to enjoy and win as many races as we can on the go.
I've had the chance to call the only two Open Wheel Showdowns in Las Vegas that Davey Hamilton's been able to organize at Las Vegas Bullring. And I'm telling you, that is amazing to know finishing second twice is not yes, you didn't win the race, but man, it's an unbelievable competition. Now you have Aaron Wilson racing with you more in the must-see stuff. It's kind of cool to see how that's progressed, where there's a lot more attention now to pavement midgets and now to pavement sprint car racing with wings on, racing for big money. That's kind of hopefully raising all the boats as you kind of try to pay for what could be a college tuition at some point, right?
Yeah, I mean the wing pavement sprint car deal is really going in a great direction. Really enjoying that right now. Got to give a lot of credit to Davey and the Open Wheel Showdown and his event that he created. I mean, you can't say enough about that event. He's worked really hard at it. I kind of had a little bit of the inside scoop on it before he ever really announced it. I talked to him quite a bit about it as he was building it, and just pretty proud of what he's done with that. And I enjoy being part of it. And it's a race that we look forward to and circle every year the last couple of years. And of course, this year it's on the top of the list of the race we want to win. I mean, obviously we come up short a couple times now. And again, hopefully experience we've learned from the mistakes we've made so that we don't make them this year.
Yeah, that race is in I think November 8th or so. I think it'll be kind of cool to take a trip to Las Vegas. You need to see that in person because the mods will be there, the super mods will be there, and the wing sprint cars and a 3/8. Oh my, it's a bunch of fun. I want to get back to one thing you said about Berlin. Is there anything you can take from a non-wing race this weekend and going back there with a must-see wing on top of a sprint car going, 2 seconds faster a lap? Maybe it's more than that.
That's funny you asked that because if it wasn't the exact same race car, if it wasn't a sprint car, you wouldn't know it was the same when you hop in it because the wing to non-wing is just so much different. They drive so much different. The wing car's so much faster, just so much more grip. And then you go to Berlin with a non-wing car and you're slipping and sliding and you can barely use any of the power and there's no grip. So I don't think there's much you can take from the non-wing car to the wing car, especially at a place like Berlin. That can't be more of polar opposites, honestly. Berlin's probably, I wouldn't say the worst for that, but probably the hardest for from wing to non-wing on how much different it actually is.
And that's a unique racetrack. It's going to be fun to watch here on Racing America, watch the must-see race. And I'm thinking back I'm looking at your record. I've watched you race in NASCAR. You've NASCAR Wheeler Modified Tour champion. You raced pavement midgets with great success. You still do that, especially at IRP with the All-Star National Midget Series. The list is very extensive on cars you have gotten a chance to race. Have you ever said no to a chance to race something else?
I mean, as I get older, for sure, I'm more picky and what I'm getting in and not. I mean, I'm so busy right now with what I'm doing with DJ racing. So I have cut back on other stuff at different times, but I love getting in different cars and doing different things. And obviously, there's other stuff that I would do if the opportunity came. But right now, I'm obviously focused on my sprint car deal with DJ racing. Maybe at some point this year, if the situation was right, I'd love to run Loudon in a modified. Haven't raced a modified yet this year. Love to do. I enjoy doing different things. I enjoy hopefully doing well at different things. That's important to me, is to be versatile and to be good at different stuff. No, it's not often that I'll say no to, especially a good ride and a good car.
One last question. It's about the USAC Silver Crown, one of the longest tenured divisions in racing. It was the dirt portion of what was an IndyCar schedule, the Silver Crown portion. The pavement was the Gold Crown portion. You've been pretty much the pavement guy your entire career. When it comes to Silver Crown racing on pavement, what makes you so good? Because these races are 100 miles, or in the case of the 100 or the Hoosier 100, you wanted IRP, 146 laps at IRP. That's forever. That management, man, that's got to be a whole new ball game when it comes to longer races, one big old tank of fuel, same 4 tires, and you won a bunch of them. How do you do it?
Well, honestly, I don't feel like I'm very good at them lately. I haven't won enough lately, but generally speaking, Silver Crown Racing's been great to me, and I've enjoyed that style of racing. I enjoy tire management, fuel management, race car management. I think that's one of the things I enjoy most about racing. I feel like things have changed a little bit in the last handful of years where tires don't fall off like they used to, and Silver Crown races have become more of sprint car races, it seems like. But generally speaking, just Crown racing is a lot of fun. A lot of great drivers have come out of Crown racing. I think it teaches you a lot of discipline on just taking care of your stuff. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully we got obviously an opportunity at IRP coming up to get a Silver Crown win, and I'm pretty confident that we can kind of turn our Silver Crown season around and get us a win here next week.
Lots going on, and you are one of the greats. You are one of the elite racers that is setting the bar. When you show up, they know they got to race you for the win. We talked about some really good drivers, and you are among a very elite group, and you continue to be. And it's been a pleasure having you here on the Bullring. And must-see racing, man, you got to check it out in person. There's nothing like it. And if you can't be there in person, check it out on Racing America. And when you see Bobby Santos on the entry list, buy a ticket. It'll be worth the show. Bobby, thanks for your time.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate it, and just enjoy you guys' shows and the Racing America and everything. It's all great for the sport. Thank you.
Keep up winning, man. This is July. It's not over yet. Got some more wins to come. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you.
And here's a look at the 2025 MustSeeRacing.com Wing Sprint Cars on Pavement schedule. Make plans now to attend in person or catch it all on Racing America.
Better than a bootlegger. Way better than a bootlegger. It's pretty good. Very blueberry. Highly recommend this to anybody out there. It's pretty good. 10 out of 10 right there.
I think it's delicious. I had the peach, I had the grape at Five Flags. Trying the pina colada right now. Feels like I'm on the beach somewhere.
Calling all race fans. We have launched a new travel site where the race fans can enjoy free savings and upgrades on all of their travel needs. RacerTravel.com is free to join and unlocks unpublished bookings and rates for our racing community. Up to 50% off on more than 1 million rooms across the U.S. and Canada with unpublished discounts on hotel bookings. Unlock a hidden selection of hotels and rates that cater to your travel preferences. Whether you're heading out to the track as a competitor, fan, or anything in between, use Racer Travel for all your race, business, and vacation travel needs.
Nortec Equipment are committed to helping you empower your landscape projects with our line of soil processors for tractors, skid steers, and mini skids. Based out of Wausau, Wisconsin, Nortec Equipment products are proudly made in the USA. Our products deliver expertly engineered equipment at competitive prices that are tailored to meet the diverse needs of the turf, landscape, construction, and agricultural industry. Give us a call today at 715-393-4458. Nortec Equipment are proud sponsors of Frederickson Racing.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering. You know, racing is in full swing. If you happen to miss a race, no problem. Racing America, Track TV, we got full replays of races that have already happened. You can watch them live, or better yet, watch them after you attend a race in person. Love to see you at the track real soon. We also want to remind you that there's a lot of racing going on throughout the country, and there's some winners to acknowledge from across America. We'll begin with some racing highlights to see who won the Montana 200 right here, right now on the Bullring.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Montana 200, green flag, ready to wave. Are you ready? Let's go.
We are underway here.
We are underway here. Montana 200, the wait is over. We got racing. And our first lap going around, that 51 car, Bryce Bezenson, he took over that first place. Once again, patience, working through it. Taking your time.
Oh, we got
another wreck.
We got a little kerfuffle.
Oh,
here.
no.
Oh, involving number 18, 11, and
number 53, Alex Lesser. And
we got another spin.
Going into number 4.
Number 74.
He went up sideways.
Yeah, he got up into, I'm not sure who that is. Trying to get by, not able to pull it together. Yeah,
Little contact. Howell for the spin.
Chantel
in the 49 car trying to make sure she doesn't get involved in that. And we're going to see how good Bryce is at blocking tonight because Andrew's going to give him all he can handle.
He's working on inside. He found a way under.
We're right neck and neck. Here it goes. He's making his joint.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 7.
He's holding it.
If he stays low, he might hold on to it and take the lead in this lap.
7 putting a little more distance between him and the 51 car. Oh, we got 81 spinning coming out of turn 4 right here in front.
Corey Wolf
just got loose coming out. So
well, they were making tweaks. They put out on Facebook last night that they were making tweaks. Oh, we got a spin out. Danica Dart over there coming out of round 1.
We got 4 cars involved.
Agni Howell in there. It's a Beesenson out there. Alex Lesser, Andrew Reel, Jason Jefferson, Trace Thompson, Casey Jeske.
Oh, we got the 54. It looks like he's lost some pressure.
Oh, no.
He lost a compression or something.
Right here in front of us.
Oh, we got number 7 spun coming out of turn 4.
Jake Boer.
He's still under power, but it's going to bring out the caution flag.
So it's coming around turn 4 right there. And then you can see Fire. He had slowed down a little bit, coming off and right there. Good move there by, that's a 69 car to get around that tire. But, man, it's a front right tire. White flag. White flag. Now the checkered flag's coming out. Goes to Zach Reel.
Before we talk to the leading Pepper Jack Kennels ASA Stars National Tour Rookie of the Year, Carson Brown, let's take a look at some of the highlights of his recent victory in Madison International Speedway. His big win came just a couple weeks ago.
Firing through turns 3 and 4 through the Racing Electronics restart zone. Carson Brown, the race restart leader here. 40 laps to the side at Madison.
Cole Butcher, for as much as he's struggled all day long, second place now. He's up for grabs, and he's trying to take it away from the 36 of Fredrickson.
Tenacity, heart, passion, never give up. Cole Butcher now racing to second. Does he have it this time? No. Fredrickson, the challenger on the inside, has the spot, but here comes Butcher. Last lap brought to you by Appalachian Sucker Punch is a good one. It's a qualifying run, it all appears. It's all come together. It's all coming to form. Anthony Campy Racing a winner in 2025 with young Carson Brown at Madison.
Whenever he's ready. As the crew showers him with water and confetti, Carson Brown.
Carson Brown, a big winner at Madison International Speedway in the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. Just caught a glimpse of the final moments of that race, Carson. Thinking back, it was kind of a culmination, wasn't it? Starting the year strong at New Smyrna Speedway and then winning the 6th race in your first season with the ASA Stars. What was that night like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely a long time coming after New Smyrna and 5 flags and everything. We qualified on the pole multiple races and 3 out of 5 at the time and was feeling really good and won a few stages and was really good and felt like we had really good long run speed and Anthony had the car where it needed to be, but we kept having strategy issues or malfunctions or brakes in the car and definitely some unfortunate things were happening and it felt really good to finally get it done in Madison and it was actually our worst qualifying we've had so far in the year, but it was definitely nice to finally get it done.
With all the things you have going on, racing with Anthony Campy Racing, I need to remind our viewers that team with Case Roderick last year won the championship, and you're sitting second in points right now. Are you expecting bigger things, or had you been expecting perhaps even more wins by now, knowing the success of that team, even if it is your first year racing super lates in the series?
Yeah, I really hope so, and I feel like we have a good shot at it. We're definitely a little down in points because of some of our malfunctions and everything that I was talking to you about. And yeah, I hope so. We just kind of need to get some bonus points and qualifying points, stage points, and I think that would kind of help us along, and hopefully we can seal it.
In the midst of all your racing, and we'll get into that in a moment, you had a birthday this week. 17 years of age now,
Yeah.
Carson. I didn't see you racing anywhere. I checked the entire schedule. How'd you celebrate your 17th birthday?
Yeah, on the road. Yeah, we spent some of it on the road, and yeah, we got home pretty late, but yeah, it felt really nice to celebrate my birthday, and we're getting there. We're slowly becoming an adult, and yeah, it's been a fun journey racing so far, and yeah, it was pretty good.
Last year, I caught wind of you because I was following what you were doing on the Champ Off-Road in Pro Lights.
Yep.
I've also
Yep,
seen you,
that's
and you
correct.
won the championship last year in Pro Lights as a weekly champion at Five Flag Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. So living in North Carolina, there was a lot of travel. Well, this year, I think you're doing even more traveling. Holy cow. Trans Am racing at Watkins Glen, Sebring, and Sonoma, in the middle of all the dirt racing and super late racing. It's going to be kind of a fun schedule for you.
Oh yeah, it's an awesome schedule, and owning all of our dirt stuff's been a lot of fun too. We own that full team. We have it here in North Carolina, and it's really cool going to the shop every day, working on them, hanging out with the team, and doing all that fun stuff of owning a team. And I've enjoyed that aspect of it a lot, and traveling on the road, staying on the road. Summer Nationals, that was a lot of fun. Set two poles, track record, and really good heat races and features. Never was able to finish top 3, but overall learned a lot about the cars and everything, how dirt late models work and super dirt late models. But yeah, Trans Am's been a blast also, and we've had some really good finishes there, and only my 3rd race, and we'll try and keep it rolling.
So I'm gonna guess in the last 30 days for Carson Brown, he's raced in the Southern Super Series, a couple of Blizzard races, and a couple of other point races. He's raced in the ASA Stars National Tour in Wisconsin twice. You raced in 19 of the 26 Summer Nationals dirt UMP dirt late model races.
Right.
And then you've got a couple of Trans Am races thrown in there. Am I missing anything?
Oh no, you got it all. That's it. We might need to add like a lawnmower in there or something, but yeah, that's been it. But it's been a wild schedule, and definitely one of our most wild so far. But I feel like we're just kind of getting started.
You're racing at a high level no matter where you get the chance to race, and it's impressive to know that just turning 17 last year, trying to make the World 100. I mean, there's guys, right. Dennis Erb didn't make it, Shannon Babb didn't make it. You're one of 40 guys that didn't make that show. How do you overcome that, knowing that you want to do this? You have your own team, and you're racing against the best of the best when it comes to dirt late model racing. Even during Speed Weeks in New Smyrna Speedway, you're racing a dirt late model in February in Florida. How does that all equate? How do you all manage that with maybe some disappointments and the success?
Yeah, it's definitely hard, and we kind of step back on asphalt. We'll run really good on asphalt, go to dirt racing, and sometimes be good, and sometimes go to World 100 and struggle a little bit. I mean, when you have over 2/3 of the field not making it, you kind of step back and realize it's like, man, it's pretty impressive that we're just here in general. And at outdoor, you try and just make the shows. That's really all we go for, and development and learn about the cars and just make it better. And I feel like our program's definitely taken a turn for the good, and we've made a lot of improvements so far. So hopefully we can go back next year and be even better.
All right, so how do you travel? Do you have an airplane available sometimes? Do you do like 20-hour drives in between races? Because you are literally driving race to race, state to state, day to day.
Yeah, I wish we had an airplane available. We need something like that, don't we? But yeah, we just travel by road and sometimes by commercial whenever we go to some of the further races, West Coast races up north. Definitely makes it harder when you're over that 10-hour mark is kind of where we start flying and trying to do that stuff. But with the dirt, a lot of it's out Midwest, so I do travel with the team out there since we own all that stuff. And it is fun being on the road and traveling. I do enjoy that aspect of it a lot, but yeah.
What's your latest favorite thing to do while you're traveling? If you're not driving the vehicle, what do you got? You got headphones on, you watching something, you downloading iRacing, what are you doing?
I don't know. I like driving. We have our motorhome, and I like driving the motorhome and stuff every once in a while, the hauler, and I enjoy that, listen to music, and yeah, just kind of cruise.
Who's all in that bunch that goes with you everywhere? Your dad, I'm guessing. Brad is probably involved with 99% of it, right?
Yeah, he is. He's involved in 99% of it, like you said, but every once in a while we go with the dirt team and hang out with Randall, my crew chief, Austin, and all my crew guys.
What are you learning when you run dirt, and then the next night you're racing a Pro Late Model Montgomery, or you're racing the Super Late Model at Five Flag Speedway?
Yeah, you learn a whole bunch between adapting to the race car and you only get 3 laps of hot laps and you're right to qualifying. And that's, I feel like, the biggest difference. You go to an asphalt race and you're testing for 2 days, 1 day of open practice, and then you go out there and qualify and race. And sometimes just the tire goes bad or you run out of fuel or something like that. So, yeah, it definitely is a lot different scheduling, layouts, and just the way you go about things. You go to a dirt track and you're at the track for a day and then you move on to the next track. And that's what it's like living on the road. But yeah, I feel like it just helps me adapt to the race car, and I feel like I pick up racing lines, and I feel like that's what helped me win at Madison is on dirt. I run the top a lot, I run the bottom, I run the middle, up on a cushion, and at Madison, I felt like I got the top rolling really well and made most of my passes on the top in the traction compound, and passed for second and first on the top, and just kind of set sail up there. Was able to move around a lot and felt really comfortable up there. I felt like I was really the only car up there that was making it work, but it was a very chaotic race, and everyone was asking me like how I stayed out of the trouble because we started so far back, and I was like, just kind of running the top. I stayed in my own lane, and you weren't bumper to bumper beating people for position or anything. Just stayed up on the top and maintained my groove.
Sounds pretty wise for a gentleman your age, but I also know that day I got the chance to call all the ASA Stars National Tour races on track TV, and that day at Madison, the day I didn't think you were going to win because you guys were kind of struggling. You were kind of thinking, man, what are we doing? And I watched you in the pits with Anthony Campi and your 2-car team that day, with veteran Stephen Nasse also working as your teammate. You guys talked a lot, but there's also a lot of head scratching, a lot of thinking, going through things. How does Anthony Campi and Stephen Nasse help you when you're not setting poles and track records?
Yeah, it's definitely a great team that surrounds me between Stephen, Anthony, Cody Glick, and all the guys over there at ACR. And yeah, it's definitely not easy when you have teammates, right? Every once in a while you might get into it, or both the cars are typically really good, right? And we're fighting for the same positions, we're fighting for qualifying, we're fighting for a lot of things, and it can definitely make it hard. But also with me and Stephen, I feel like we work together really well, and for us it kind of makes it easier. I feel like we work together really well, and I'll kind of follow him through the field, he'll follow me through the field, and we just work as a team, and I feel like that's what makes us even better than most.
Carson, I know by the chance you get to race with Anthony Campi in a pro late last year, in a super late this year. Steven's not always your teammate. Have you had teammates a lot, like even back when you're running the Nashville Fairgrounds for their 6-race championship in Legends cars 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Did you have teammates a lot on the way through?
I have, and I've really grown to like teammates. I feel like they help me a lot because you can bounce ideas off of them about what you're driving and how you're driving the track. And yeah, I really enjoy teammates, and as long as you can work well with them and they're people you can relate to, I definitely feel like it helps you and it helps the race program that you're racing with because you're learning just as much, if not double the amount.
All right, Carson, next race up that I know about anyway that you're doing is the 59th annual CB Fabricating Redbud 400. It's on Saturday night, July 26th at Anderson Speedway in Indiana, a high-bank quarter-mile racetrack, 400 laps there. That's a couple days from now. What are you doing between now and then as far as racing goes?
Not sure. The dirt plans end up coming up last second, but I think we're taking the weekend off. It'll be probably my first one off this year, but yeah, we'll probably take the weekend off and travel up there early next week.
He's been winning super late model races since February 7th at New Smyrna Speedway during the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing. You've got the big win at Madison in the ASA Stars National Tour. Looking forward to seeing you on July 26th because I think it's going to be a day where you're going to say, "I've got to win now, guys." I'm kind of get my feet here as we reach past halfway of the season, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we need some points and we need a lot of bonus points. I think we have the most bonus points out of any driver in the field, but we're still struggling a little bit just on race points and stuff happening. But yeah, definitely need to win and get our feet wet in some points and try and accumulate them up.
Carson, as much as you're trying to make your own headlines, I also appreciate and admire the fact that you and your team have adopted Save22.vet. What is that, and what is the cause, and how are you helping get some awareness?
Yeah, an average of 22 veterans commit suicide each year or each day in the United States, and Save22 is dedicated to prevent suicide by providing support to our veterans through programs that they call diversion therapy, which is taking them golfing, to motorsports, to many places to kind of get them out of that mental state. Yeah, we've created a partnership with them by giving them an opportunity to experience motorsports and help Save 22 out by bringing veterans to the racetrack, to the dirt track, to asphalt track, and I enjoy it a lot. We have a lot of fun with the veterans and take them out to dinner, bring them to the racetrack, and they definitely love motorsports.
You have an open invite from us on our coverage on the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. If you've got some veterans hanging out with you and you want to say, guys, I got to work on this or I got a phone call to make, throw them at me. I'll throw them in the booth. Maybe they can hang out, put the headset on, call a couple laps. What do you think?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we should definitely figure something out there.
Hey, Carson, thanks a lot for your time. Really wish you well. Continued success, man. You've been on a roll. It's been fun following this season. And at just 17 years of age, man, you got a lot going for you in the right direction. Thanks for your time tonight on the Bullring.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Check out the next Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour race that comes your way on Saturday night, July 26th at the high banks of Anderson Speedway in Indiana. We'll be joined by NASCAR Cup Series stars. Carson Brown is racing for his second Redbud 400 victory in 5 years. And Ross Chastain's the Grand Marshal on Saturday night, July 26th. We hope to see you there. If you can't join us in person, you can catch it live on Track TV. And now here's a look at the remaining schedule of the ASA Stars National Tour schedule in 2025. We'll be right back with more of the Bullring presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering.
Why not give your grill the deep clean it deserves? The CitraSafe Grill Cleaner Complete Bucket Kit has everything you need to get your grill spotless, inside and out. Powered by natural citrus, CitraSafe cuts through the toughest grease and grime safely and easily. No harsh chemicals, no hassle. Recipes taste better on a clean grill.
Fire Suppression Solutions, proud sponsor of the ASA Stars National Tour.
Looking to start a new career path in motorsports or searching for something new in your racing journey? Racer Jobs is your destination for providing the most current job openings from top racing teams, manufacturers, sanctioning bodies, and suppliers. Whether you're a budding race engineer, a seasoned mechanic, or a marketing ace, we consistently refresh our listings with new roles that could meet your ambitions. Looking for a great candidate as an employer? Then tap into our Racer Jobs audience and database to find that perfect candidate. Go to racerjobs.com today.
Welcome back to the Bullring, a short track racing podcast. Here's a look at races coming your way on Racing America and Track TV, your destination platforms for all things short track races and the series you want to watch. We want to thank our friends at Turn 1 High Performance Steering for sponsoring our program again this time around. And you know what? We had a bunch of fun talking to the current point leader in the ASA Midwest Tour, Casey Johnson. Must-see racing, man. He's impressive. He's really good at whatever he races. Bobby Santos and 17-year-old Carson Brown making things happen on dirt and on pavement. They were a great guest to have on this episode. Make sure you share this episode with your friends, and I'd love to see you at a Bullring real soon. I'm Jim Tretow. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the Bullring, presented by Turn 1 High Performance Steering. The Bullring is produced and hosted by Jim Tretow. Producer Kurt Schrader. Video editor Vincent Villarreal. Special thanks Bob Sargent and Marty Mello Track Enterprises. Colin Smith with Racing America and Tony Stevens. The Bullring is an exclusive presentation produced by Track Enterprises in conjunction with Racing America.